Hello, I am TheZOMBIEJ. What's up? So, this is a review on a LEGO Ideas set that I got for Christmas of 2020. Well, yeah, I think it was 2020, actually. This is the Fender Stratocaster. Someone actually thought this was a good idea to submit as a LEGO Ideas thing, and my god, it is a fantastic idea. So it comes with the guitar strap, cables, this thing, I can't remember what that's called, amp, we'll get to that. Stand. We'll take a look at the stand first. It's basically just a normal guitar stand, bass stand. You can use these. My set is fairly dusty. Try to ignore that. I have to clean it. But it's built rather well, and obviously, realistically, you can fold it up for travel. Now that's pretty cool. So let's extend it. And it's built rather solidly too. It's got this whole thing going on. It's got these rubber feet things for the guitar to sit on. So we shall put that on there. And it looks really nice on display like that too. So this, however, suffers with a bit of weakness, and that is in this section. Sometimes, if you're not careful, it could pop. Although right now it's pretty difficult with it. Okay, maybe I'm wrong, but still, it's not a perfect design, but it is trying to model after the real life piece. Obviously, the real life thing. It comes with black ingots right there and there, so that's pretty cool. Nice to have those. Nice more Technic pieces, including these macaroni bits. That's pretty cool. And that's all I have to say about this. Put that aside. We're going to take a look at this thing. This pedal thing, or not pedal. This thing that you typically step on, I guess. It has these two buttons here and there. I actually like the build of this a little bit. It's easy to get around. It's simple, but it's fine. You know, it's perfectly fine. It's a simple, easy build. You could easily use this as like rock structure for scenery of a like, I don't know, like a village. You know, you put this as like a rock system, just modify it a little bit, and it works. It's on this long cable, and that is attached to the back of the amp, so that's pretty cool. Then we got another cable going to the guitar itself. We'll talk about the guitar here soon, but let me just talk about the amp real quick. You can disconnect the guitar from the amp fairly realistically like this, and we're going to set that over there for now so we can focus on the amp. Now, it does have the Fender logo, and this set also came with the Fender Lego version sticker that I put on my bass guitar, which I'm looking at it right now, and yeah, it's pretty spiffy. So then we've got the power button, obviously power light, which is a that's one of those old school like jewel pieces, crystal pieces, that is in trans red right there. We got 6 Baraki eyes in light gray. That's pretty cool. There's several different buttons. You've got some text here. You can actually lift this off. Trying to remember how I do that. There we go. And expose the insides of the top portion, which is fairly detailed. I don't know if this is realistic, but that's a lot of detail in there. A lot of, I guess, illegal connections at the time, because, you know, you got these plate things going in between studs, which is perfectly fine now, obviously, because, hell, I've done it before. And we got this little upside down thing going on, which is, I understand why it's hidden by this. This is done rather well. This is fairly big and blocky, but hey, isn't that what an amp usually is? We're going to unplug this temporarily. We're going to unplug this temporarily too. Nothing to say on the bottom of this thing. The sides are fairly plain, and obviously we got the this stuff on the front. We got the inner workings of the thing. You can remove this bit, but I'm not going to. There's cables in there. There's the actual speaker, and there's even a number of some sort printed on right there. Is that a sticker? I can't remember. There's even extra guitar picks put in there. So now this is where I have to call out Jang Bricks, and I'm sorry to do this, Jang. I respect you and your opinions, but this is not the best part of this set. The star of this show is the guitar, clearly. This is really nice, don't get me wrong. In fact, this could easily be confused for possibly a actual structure that you can have minifigs on top of. You know, sniping each other or whatever. But this is rather nice. It is done rather well. It's solid. It's fairly nicely designed. It's great. But it's not the star of the show. The star is the guitar, which we shall now take a look at. That is why people buy this set, Jang. I mean, seriously. Let's see. Let's plug that back in. There we go. Now we're going to set this over there. Now let's take a look at the star of the show, which is the guitar. Yeah, that's not how a Stratocaster sounds. We got this pseudo strap going on here with some interesting material. It's not on the other side, but it's on this side. I think I got it upside down, which, you know, whatever. I like the red here. It looks rather nice. There's also a black option. You can replace all the red parts with black. That's pretty cool. Strings are off a little bit. Yeah, you got the tuning things right there. You got the long neck. You've got the fretboard going on. You've got the whammy bar. Alright. Not trying to sound like Tony Iommi. The strings, which are pieces we've seen before, but not in light gray. That's cool. We've got, I guess, a guitar pickup there, and we've got the Fender logo right there. So we've got the head of the thing is rather nicely built. It's a little finicky, but this whole thing is finicky. I mean, getting the strings to line up and be in the proper place is a pain in the ass. Who designed this? But this is a solid build, it really is. On the back, it does have the Fender logo on the pseudo metal plate thing right there, then this back bit. So that's pretty cool. But the white area also is pretty good. There's a lot of interesting designs. You got buttons here and there to turn to the amplification or whatever. You got the part where you stick in the cable. And basically you can just, you know, riff away, you know. I don't have the black parts option right here. They're in a parts container. But because I like the red better. It looks better in this color combination. So I have to say, this does look pretty damn cool. I'd say I like this better than the Kobe version. Yes, they did a Stratocaster as well, trying to copy Lego, but failing miserably, I must say. At least they were trying to go more realistic. This is just Lego-ified, but it works for what it is. I like the curves and whatnot. You know, the structural integrity of the thing, the parts usage. There's all kinds of techniques used here that make it fairly interesting of a build, and I really did enjoy the build, if I recall correctly. In fact, I enjoyed the build of the guitar more than I did enjoy the build of the amp. And I'll tell you why. So many of these fucking grill pieces, 1x2 plates that are like grills, there's so many of these fucking things on this amp, and it's such a pain in the ass, and it was annoying. And there were other reasons why I was annoyed by this thing. A lot of repetition, and also getting things to work without other things popping out, and it's like, pain in the ass. But the guitar was straightforward. It was easy to understand the build. It was easy to understand the design language, and overall it was enjoyable. I really did enjoy the build of the guitar. It is truly the star of this show, not the amp. The amp is cool, but plug it back in. Fuck. Come on, get in there. There we go. So that is the LEGO Ideas Stratocaster, Fender Stratocaster. What a tongue twister. It is a fantastic set. It is an expensive set, too. That's not good, but whatever, you know. I think it was like $100 or something like that, maybe even more, $120, I don't know. But it's an expensive set, but it's a good set, too. The amp was a little bit painful for me to assemble because, I enjoyed having some of the parts like the Baraki eyes and in light gray, and of course these tubes are pretty cool too. And having other parts in several colors, the wires, the big speaker thing was interesting. This whole front section was a pain in the ass, obviously, and the crystal thing is cool. Being able to remove this and look at the innards of the top portion is cool, but it's not necessary. The stand, again, is, well, a nice little extra. Because where are you going to have your guitar sitting on? Were you going to prop it up against the wall? No. You got to have a guitar stand. So, of course, they had to include this to bump up the cost. So, what can I say at this point? I like this set. I think it's fantastic. I display it proudly on top of on one of my CD collection shelf units, and I honestly recommend this to like, if you're a fan of Stratocasters, if you're a fan of Fender in general, the guitar company brand. Fender, then this might be something you might want to try and seek out and build, because this is something that is respectable, given LEGO's history of taking things from various places and times in history and turning them into LEGO sets, and there you go. It's definitely a testament to what LEGO is capable of, and their designers are capable of designing products like this. It is a fantastic set, and if you can find it for less than $100, but complete, obviously, go for it, obviously. But at the end of the day, you want a real Stratocaster. I mean, seriously, I kind of want a real Stratocaster, but I'm still struggling to play bass, so it's not going to happen. But I really should flip this strap the way it should be, because it's upside down. I'll do that off camera. But yeah, so there you go. That is my review on the LEGO Ideas Fender Stratocaster guitar. It is fantastic. It is great. And that's all I have to say about it. So stay tuned for more videos. I am TheZOMBIEJ. I'll see you folks there. Have a good fucking day, and peace.